Good morning. This is Dr. Timothy Scott Beck here at LifePoint Medical. It is December the 2nd of 2021, and I want to let you know that we're here for you, and we want to hear from you if you're having any health problems. First thing I want to say is we are working very hard. We're having to readjust the office a little bit because we've got more space and more things coming, more services, things like that we're just trying to accommodate the demand in the community and take care of the people that we're already been taking care of. So I appreciate your patience, and hopefully we'll be able to meet your needs in the future. That's really what we're thinking about, what people need and how can we help them with that. As far as COVID goes, 2,195. Still listing 63 deaths, so there's not been any more deaths in the community. I will tell you that we get at least a positive every day of somebody that's got COVID, and we're trying to deal with it, okay? So it's still around, it's still bugging us. I'm not too worried about the new variant, but I do worry still about people who aren't vaccinated. But again, it's still around. Just try to stay away from it if possible. I want to talk to you a little bit today about cholesterol. One of the things we do every year is I check people's cholesterol. If you're over 50, I check your cholesterol every year. And we check cholesterol because we think that cholesterol is related to plaque buildup in arteries, specifically around your heart. And when you have arteries around your heart that get built up with plaque, they can ulcerate and rupture and throw a clot, and that clot is what we call a heart attack or an acute MI. Okay, and so we're constantly monitoring your cholesterol and trying to treat your cholesterol in an attempt to modify your cholesterol to decrease your risk of having that event, the acute MI. And I will tell you that it's been successful. There's lots and lots of data that shows that we can do that. But we have to mediate it, usually with drugs, mediate your risk with drugs, okay? So first of all, we mediate your risk is by, aspirin, because when the clot does rupture or an ulceration does rupture in your artery, if you're on aspirin, it'll stop the platelets from aggregating and causing that clot. And it doesn't work perfect, but it helps. But when you treat your cholesterol with statin drugs, which are technically supposed to stabilize those clots for you. But the one I want to talk about is triglycerides. And triglycerides are an independent risk factor for heart disease. We know that. In other words, the high triglycerides does make you more prone to getting heart disease. And the thing about it is they can be really high. They can. I usually check them. The cutoff is 150, but I can get somebody in their thousands. And if you have triglycerides in your thousands, you need to see me because we've got to get them down for a lot of other reasons. But usually your triglycerides are related to what you're eating right now and mainly having to do with sugar. In other words, if I get somebody who comes in and they've got diabetes and they don't know it and their sugar's been elevated for a long time, their triglycerides will be elevated. But anyway, triglycerides is something we look at, and we've got special treatment. It's not the same drugs as for the rest of your cholesterol. We use what they call fibrates or gemfibrozil or fibrophenate to lower your triglycerides, and we monitor them and try to minimize them. But the number one way to minimize your triglycerides is by low sugar intake and exercise, and weight loss also helps with that. Alrighty, just giving you a little pro today about triglycerides. If you need us, give us a call. We are working, and I appreciate you listening to me. We had our board meeting last night with Place of Hope, and I am eternally thankful for all the contributions that people have made to that. It is mind-boggling and humbling, and I appreciate it. And I'm pretty sure that organization's out there doing exactly what we say we're going to do, and that's pretty neat. You have a wonderful day, and let me know if you need anything.